It's a great day to play, everybody! Welcome on into the channel, yeah. Whether it's your first time here or you are rejoining us, thank you for being here with us today. You are loved, appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. Where did this come from? Like, all of a sudden, we're getting a still life MV. Didn't know that was coming, but here we are. It's here, so we're gonna react to that, and I'm really excited because when we did our Indigo listening party the other night, we didn't have subtitles yet because we did it right as it was coming out. So it's going to be cool to be able to kind of put all of the pieces together now. So I'm super excited about that. But let's get right in. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, let's do this. Let's get comfortable. Dude, this one's such a vibe.
I'm still out.
Dude. That was, dude. Okay. Because I wasn't like, because like this is one of the times I've heard the song first. I wasn't really sure what to expect from the video, but that was a really cool effect all of a sudden. Okay. I'm feeling you. Sorry.
I'm still out. I'm still out. I'm still out.
Oh.
I'm still out. Now still out, but I'm moving. Just live now, going forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 또 피워 나의 culture. 이미 없네, cause I'm untitled. 계속 전시되는 내 삶. Yeah, 그래도 삶. 아직도 삶.
Dude, that was really cool. That was really cool the way that they did that. I mean, like, it's not, you can do it like on your phone now, but I don't know. I really liked like the one to the other. And like this makes so much sense now in the scheme of things with like the whole still life and the wildflower aspect. We'll talk about that more, Dan, but it's just, I'm getting really excited. I want to just go back to where it started, that like one little segment.
Now still out, but I'm moving. Just live now, going forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 또 피워 나의 culture. 이미 없네, cause I'm untitled. 계속 전시되는 내 삶. Yeah, 그래도 삶. 아직도 삶. 학원 가버렸고 미래는 모르네. 두 갈래 길에서 숨 고르네. 벗어나고 싶어 이
Coaching my
캠퍼스에서.
breath on a crossroads. Man, that line just seems so powerful. Coaching my breath on a crossroads. And it makes so much sense because he's talking about like leaving the past behind, the future being kind of unknown. And I talked about this during the Wildflower reaction, but I think that this album is a perfect example of like during the Festa dinner, like when he kind of like broke down and was like talking about there was so many things that, you know, they wanted to share with us and that they couldn't. And, you know, really feeling like he had kind of like lost touch with music, almost like just making music that he really loved. And I think that this is one of those things where like over the course of, you know, COVID and stuff, and over the course of those couple of years where like everything was like with Dynamite and Butter, while they came to love those songs, like those were songs that were kind of pushed upon them, and they made different plans to be here for ARMY during a really tough time. And now it's kind of their time to like figure out like who they are as individuals again. And man, like this album just does such an amazing job of doing that. And like, this is what I meant was like, I was super excited to wait till the lyrics came out because RM is just a genius wordsmith, and that's why I'm going to be pausing a lot because I think that the words are so important here more than in a lot of songs that you're going to hear.
Yeah, 그래도 삶. 아직도 삶. 학원 가버렸고 미래는 모르네. 두 갈래 길에서 숨 고르네. 벗어나고 싶어 이 캠퍼스에서. 어제와 내일이 내게 드린 그늘 난 그저 담담하게 live earth time 24/7 yeah baby I'm on time 난 그저 오늘을 살아 일본을 주마저 같이 처음을 다 걸어보신 거 because still
It's all the pieces just moving around. I love that frame. RM getting it though.
I'm still out, but I'm moving. Just live now, go forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 또 피워 나의 culture. I'm still out, but I'm moving. Just live now. 정물 Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it down Earth day's my day one, brother Baby, 난 돈으로 시간을 벌어 걔네 초롱은 됐지만 닉비 버려 꼭 벌어지들 온라인에 목숨 걸어 Trendsetter, I'm a friend better 이상해질 정도의 going getter 결국 네가 원하는 대로 되지 않았지 바른 건 달리 너무 잘 살아내는 내 뜻대로 Living in hot 남자
So, okay. So there's a couple pieces in here. So the unstopping still life, baby, I buy time with money. There's one part in here though that I want right after this. Okay. It's always the fools putting their lives on the line for the online. And this is really interesting because obviously we see this so much right now in the world, right? Like this is a really, really big thing. But we were in Korea recently, and one of the tour guides that was there was talking about how like people will actually like take out loans, like take out money to be able to like buy clothes or to get to be able to buy like facial treatments and stuff like that. Like literally they take out money for aesthetics. Like they'll take out loans just to like look good, to put on kind of an air. And again, it's kind of like they put their lives on the line for the online, right? To make sure that those photos, to make sure that outward appearance looks so good. And it seems like there's a lot of pressure to do that there. And again, I do not live there, but this is just from what some of the tour guides were telling us there that live there, and some of our friends that we met when we were there were talking to us about. And it was very, very interesting to kind of see that dynamic. And it's funny because the place that you see that the most is actually like on the subway, where like everybody kind of comes together and they're sitting there, and you can just tell like these people that like they're all so well dressed, and they look amazing and they look fantastic. But it's funny that they kind of chose this to be the avenue for that, kind of like the subway, because it is kind of like a closed rail on a one-way, right? But like, and everybody's kind of going the same direction and kind of putting on this front and this air on top of it. I don't know. It just seems really, really cool with the aesthetics here. But I love that. And I also love like how, again, this really fits into him talking about like what he wanted to say as well versus kind of like some of the things that they maybe needed to say at the time. Beautiful, man, dude. RM on this whole album, masterpiece.
Trendsetter, I'm a friend better. 이상해질 정도의 going getter. 결국 네가 원하는 대로 되지 않았지 바른 건 달리 너무 잘 살아내는 내 뜻대로. Living in hot 남대로. Look at my 타탄 대로. 칼리리어서 이제 강남대로 월세는 너 빨리 당장
So for those of you, that's so cool that effect, like that's normally something I'm used to. Those effects ringing out are what I'm used to when I'm producing stuff, not when I'm like watching a video. Because Gangnam is like the really, really kind of big and like nice and expensive area, and it's bustling, and it kind of reminds me a little bit more of like the West and like a little bit more kind of like of a New York City. But like it's just funny. Rent's overdue, because again, like people just putting on the air and like trying to like, you know, live outside of their means, or just like put on a show or put on an air for others. Oh, that was really cool.
What's that? You don't know what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, bro.
The glass was tipped over, and he had like water stains in it.
It's gonna be what's gonna be, bro. You just gotta do what you do.
Dude, that's so cool.
I'm still alive. Y'all can lock me in the frame. I'm moving. Yeah, I'm still alive. Life is better than it's ever proven. Yeah, I'm still alive. But I'm moving. Just now, go forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. Don't be one night culture. I'm still alive. But I'm moving. Just now, go forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. Yo, I never stop, baby. Let's get it out.
Huh. So good. I mean, the song was already just fantastic, you know, and again, we did the song the other night, and this whole album is just, it is an absolute masterpiece, and I definitely foresee this album getting, like, there are so many songs on here that could easily be nominated, and the whole album itself is easily nominatable for almost everything. Like, it's beautifully done. And I already said that I think that Wildflower is probably like my personal song of the year, like just amazing. But it's kind of interesting going more into like the subway aspect of this that I find really, really cool is like people that kind of like ride the subway every day. It's kind of like there's a lot of times where in literature or in movies and stuff like that where they use the subway as kind of like a metaphor for just kind of doing like the monotony, like doing the same thing over and over again, getting on at the same stop, getting off at the same stop every day. And like that's just what you do, like day after day after day after day. And so on the subway, right, when you're sitting in there, everything is still and everything on the outside of you is moving. And it's almost like kind of like maybe you're missing part of life because you're just going through the monotony of every day. So it can feel like life around you is still, right? That life is still. And he's talking about like being kind of that wildflower again, like growing outside of that and like building something, like not wanting to be like what everybody else just comes to accept. Not expect necessarily, but accept. Like I think a lot of times we get comfortable in life. We get comfortable with our positions. We get comfortable with the things around us. And so therefore we are just like, this is just what it is, as opposed to like being like, no, and making it for ourselves, like making something different and choosing a different path. And I think that that's what RM's saying. And RM is always fascinating, not just because he is a pure genius, but just like he's always looking to learn something new. It's like he's never satisfied. And it's not like he's not satisfied with wealth or he's not satisfied with, I don't know, like his notoriety. It's like he's just not satisfied with his mind. And I find that so fascinating in people, especially people that do get wealthy and do get famous, that still it's like they still know that the most, like there are people out there like RM that like know that the most important thing is still their mind. And they want to continue to train that and they want to continue to feed that. They want to feed that wildflower as opposed to feed into the chaos and what society chooses to expect from them and stuff like that. And I just love that about him. Like he's always going to museums and looking at artwork and just kind of really doing a lot of like introspective work when he like goes around and like he doesn't mind being alone and he doesn't mind kind of looking inward and kind of asking those questions where I think a lot of people get uncomfortable being alone sometimes. And it's just he's just amazing individual. And like if there is like honestly if there's a person that I feel like I'd want to sit down and just like pick their brain to be like, how do you do it? Like I just feel like RM's the guy because like it's probably him and Sugar, but like I feel like RM just for like on a completely like not even to talk about music. Like I just want to talk. He seems like the guy like I just want to talk to him about life. Like I just want to be like dude, just let me know what runs through your mind on a daily basis. Like run me through your day and like you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but like his brain just fascinates me. I just love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. Please leave your comments down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got a lot more stuff coming up. If you are interested, we do have a new K-pop news channel that's starting up called One Stop K-pop. I'll put those links in the description below that you guys can subscribe to that. We should have videos starting to pop out this week for you guys. They're fully researched. I have an entire team working on those, so feel free to check those out. And if nobody told you that they love you today, don't forget that I love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least, it was a great day to play. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.